team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And they're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Thompson wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun. Wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Freeman. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Looking to throw, it's Chandler. Hit as he throws. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone, it's Meyer. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Berry. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the 1st down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Thompson to throw. Bringing the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bush. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Inside the 40. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Flying out to the left. 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Leaves it with the back. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Thompson wants to throw. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass. Got his man. Bounced off his feet.
Well, it's a great design on offense on that pass play there. You see they clear out the middle of the field, and they leave a huge space wide open for the quarterback to attack. Nice timing on the throw.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's buried. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
The give to the lone running back. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll give it on the counter. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a...
And into the end zone for a touchdown. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Baker. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. It's a draw. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Chandler. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Fletcher. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first. At the 30. He's at the 10. No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Jet sweep to the edge. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And that's the hard thing about defending this play. You got so much speed coming across the formation. They can get to the edges quickly, and you limit the damage. It's not a huge play, but they pick up a little chunk, and you put those together, and they can get you first downs.
Thompson to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Hopkins. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Pulls it in, it's Jones. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now on the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep fighting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Back to throw, it's Chandler. That's reeled in, it's Freeman. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on first down. What a grab with one hand. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nothing you can do about that on defense. That's just an outstanding one-handed grab by the tight end.
Here comes the offense on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
First down for the offense.
They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Wide receiver going in motion. Fly sweep coming. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got them on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass, it's Chandler. He's got it. Snatched it right out of the air and waltzed his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Duncan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through...
There he goes! He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Thompson wants to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Spin, still running. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's second down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Duncan. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working that left side. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. They'll immediately call timeout. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete. But if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
It'll be a draw. Sweet cut there. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Thompson to throw. Here's a hit. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Absolutely perfect. Down to a 1-possession game, 24-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Thompson wants to throw. Puts it out of the air. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bush. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bush. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Floating away. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking, being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Wallace. Knocked down in the backfield. And boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front, and good job being physical by that D-line too.
Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Thompson to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he's got some space. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play, because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll run it again. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Brings up third down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day. This one from 23. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Pulls and fires complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Chandler. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. But on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
So they couldn't get it done on third down. Now they'll line up in punt formation. Let's see what he can do with it. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. The pitch to the left. Find some fresh air. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to him, let him get outside, let him run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
They go to the draw. Gets away from one, finds some space. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll give it to the back. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Thompson wants to throw. He's got an open man. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Quarterback adapted, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground, get what you can get, and live to play another day.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
1st and goal for the offense. Trying to punch it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And I'm not surprised they went to him again. He's already had 2 rushing touchdowns. He's had some success and been physical. But how about the defense? Ready for him? I guess they've learned their lesson, right? They've already given up 2. They weren't giving up a 3rd.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Thompson to throw. Sets up the screen. Quick step and go. And he's in for the touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires it incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Chandler. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Now on second down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Hand off from the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And it's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? The defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. With the catch, it's Bauman. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Back to throw, it's Chandler. Works the middle of the field. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So the first step of that was fine. They made the passing catch, but no yards. They don't bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play. They just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. On the run, it's Wallace. Creates a little space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's buried. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Thompson wants to throw. He's got it on the move. Gets it in there for the touchdown. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air, it's Chandler. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
Second down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead. Great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
From the gun, the ground game. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now they'll run the draw. Headed to the end zone. And they're in for a touchdown. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 10. All the way in for the touchdown. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. They'll try to pass their way in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Thompson to throw. Looking to the big tight end. That pass is incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. Quick spin on the run. Pass to sticks and still on his feet. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bush. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Now, a 4th down.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Pulled and fired complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Looking for a man, it's Hamilton. On target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Fletcher. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal block.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Now the play fake. Fires left. A strike downfield. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They go right back to him. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Man, that's a bad fumble. I mean, you're going to give the ball to your playmaker. You understand the situation. All I'm trying to do is run clock, hold on to that thing, to fumble in that situation, and just breathe hope. You gave him life, and that's what you don't want to do. You just want to run that clock.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Hamilton. Got it in the middle, it's Myers. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding. Got to have a score. Offense down 1 possession.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got it behind the line, it's Freeman. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jones. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bauman.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hamilton. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They want to throw it. Pressure coming. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.